raining a little bit. Oh wow. I don't know if you can see, but some definite raindrops coming down over there. And the sun is also out. Really strange when this happens, but it is. Sun is setting over those mountains now. And we got some clouds over us, which is not surprising. But we've had probably the 2 coldest nights these last 2 days of the whole year, hopefully, because it is middle towards the end of January now, and usually like a month after winter solstice is the coldest part of the year. So we probably should be able to see some warmer weather, at least gradually getting warmer, going from now until spring. This is the longest we've ever stayed in the village. The last 2 years when we were here in Croatia for my residency renewal, we've left by first week of January usually. This is the first time that we've stayed this long. We've also stayed here at the village house primarily since about October, so that puts it at about 3 months now. So we probably got another 2 more months to stay before we get out of here. I mean, we don't know. It all depends on how the travel restrictions look and what the vaccine distribution looks like. But we're pretty happy about it. We have a lot of space to roam, as you can tell. And the weather hasn't been too bad. Yesterday, or was it the day before? We actually had snowflakes. I think it was yesterday. Snow fell from the sky. It didn't stick. You could see the flakes come down, but the second it hits the ground, it melted. And that was the first time we've ever seen a snow here in the village, which is pretty exciting for us. But other than that, it doesn't really snow here much at all. Over in Split, it does. I've seen pictures of Split covered in snow. And that's pretty rare too. You know, latitude-wise, we're like in right about maybe a little bit north of Bend, Oregon, Roseburg, Oregon, when you compare it to the Pacific coast. So we're not exactly super far south, because everything in California is further south than us, latitude-wise. But we're also considered pretty far south, though, here in Europe. If you guys ever been to Europe in the wintertime, you know all the places that you guys know about, most people know about, Paris, London, Berlin, even like Madrid had a huge snowstorm. Yeah, it's all got snow right now. Northern part of Croatia, a lot of snow right now. And obviously Slovenia's further north, Hungary's further north. All these places are much, much colder than what we've got. Temperature wise, I think overnight last night was maybe 30. And today we have pretty much a clear day, except for just like these 5 seconds of rain. But tomorrow, starting tomorrow and for the next 4 or 5 days, we're gonna have more rain, which is okay with us. More rain means the clouds will insulate the temperature in, so we're actually gonna get warmer weather. I think the overnights are in the high 40s this coming up week. And we'll also get some water from the rain, because we don't have city water here in the village. So it's rain catchment, and it collects into this cistern. I'll show you what the cistern looks like. It's not a well, because there's no groundwater coming up from it. So either catch the rainwater, or in an event where you run out, like we had to do a couple times this summer where it didn't rain very much, you can call the county fire department and they will bring a fire engine load of water and fill you. That's the cistern. Looks okay. we don't really have an exact scientific way of figuring out how much water we have in there. We just kind of go by eye. And if it looks low, we hope for rain, or we call the fire department. And they basically bring it over here, and then they charge us on our water bill, which is charges at the rate of whatever people who live in cities that have city water would pay per liter, 100 liter, 1,000 liters, whatever the rate is. So, it's not a big deal to not have water, especially since everybody collects water here from the rain. In the wintertime, you usually get plenty of rain. You don't have to worry about it. So, yeah, that's what's happening. And I know that I've not been putting up a lot of daily videos lately, but I'm going to start putting more daily videos out. There's not going to be a ton of change to what we do day to day, but I think it'll still be worth it for you guys to see what's happening here in the village. We've got kittens that we're fostering. We're going to see how that goes. They were feral kittens that we found in the village, in our part of the village, earlier this year, and there were 5 of them. We took care of them all. We fed them all, but 3 of them passed away. 3 of them died from viral infections. And the 2 that were left, we tried to take care of them. We brought them inside. We gave them antibiotics. Actually, those 3 that died, we gave them antibiotics too, but they just couldn't overcome it. But the 2 that are left, we're taking care of them, and they've been sleeping inside with us. So if you guys want to see more about what's going on with the kittens, you should be watching our Instagram stories if you're not already. So the 2 are called Twin, which is the girl. Looks just like the mom, who's also around somewhere. The mom doesn't want to be touched, so we're not letting her sleep inside. She doesn't want to come in. And then the boy is called Toby. Toby, it's a tabby. Toby's a tabby. And we took Toby in to the vet to get neutered and vaccinated. And the vet wanted a name, and we told the vet, well, we've been calling him Tabby, right? Because we didn't really have a name. He's the only tabby of the bunch. The other 3 that died were calicos. And the vet said, what's his name? Toby? And we're like, sure, Toby. So ever since then, his name has been Toby. So Toby and Twin. That's what we got going on in here. They're actually on about. I don't know where they are. They're exploring. For the last week or so, we've been letting them just explore. And before that, they were kept inside because they were on antibiotics still, and we didn't want to let them out just in case. We didn't know what they would do, if they would come back to us. So we didn't want to let them out in case we couldn't catch them. That means we couldn't finish their antibiotics for them. We got Twin spayed, and it took a few days for her incision to heal, and then she had like a little bump that came from her suture. We had to take her back in, had to get that bump looked at, and it just it was just like a swollen something, and then the vet drained it, gave her some more antibiotics, and she was just doing her last dose yesterday of her antibiotics. So now, they can roam around outside. There's nobody here. Actually, today the electricity meter man came and scared them, and now they're kind of out and about. But for the last few days, while we've let them out to roam, they've come back every night. So we're giving them more and more freedom every day to see how they cope. So, for those of you that are wondering, it's not been determined what we're going to do with them. We don't know if they'll want to come back with us. We don't know if we can take them in the van. I think the best case scenario is we can find nice people that want to take them in as pets. Preferably people we know. So that would be nice. We don't know if that's going to happen. But we got a few more months to figure that out, since we're going to be here in the village anyways for a couple more months. Hopefully things go well. We'll be back on the road March, I hope. So anyways, just want to give you guys an update. Hope you guys are all doing well. See you guys in the next one.